Hello! Well, it's been a minute, but I decided to get back on here to do something a little new. Not new, it's not a new concept, but it's new for me. I have not done one of these yet, and I'll probably do another one in the future. Obviously, what you're figuring out because you read the title is a Q&A. I'm answering your questions. These are questions specifically from DMs on Twitter and Instagram, so I will not be tagging the people's names that asked them because privacy. So, anyways, the first question I was given was, how tall am I? I get it. I give like the energy of that I'm like 6'9", but I am actually 5'1". But fun fact, one of my legs is slightly shorter than the other. So I'm 5'1", like a half, give or take, which leg you catch me standing on. What is your sexual orientation or sexual preferences? I am pansexual, which means I like all genders, all people. Well, not all people, but the people I'm attracted to. I'm not going to limit my attraction to gender. And I'm also polyamorous. I consider myself a solo polyamorous butterfly, which essentially, that phrasing comes from the term of, like, if you keep a butterfly captive, it'll die, obviously. Corpse bride moment. But if you let it be free, so forth. And so I see myself as, like, kind of just floating around, experiencing life where I feel comfortable and leaving, so on and so forth. Nothing too serious at this moment. Anyways, yeah, polyamorous and pansexual. That's my thing. And I like to say also, I'm a semi-demi because I really, really appreciate a genuine connection. It doesn't have to be an extensive connection, but I have to vibe with you in order to... yeah, that. Another question. Could you win against a guy at wrestling? Now, I mean, I do co-ed wrestling for funsies on the side. Win is a subjective term, right? I might put up a good fight. I don't know for sure if I could actually win, but I might. Depends. I'm 5'1", remember from the earlier question. I'm a small person. So obviously if you're a giant brawly dude, I'm not going to have as much advantage. Or even being able to use leverage as an advantage might not work for me. But I'd like to say I put up a good fight. I like to tussle, but I'm not a violent person in the slightest. Wrestling is fun. I think it's a fun little way to do foreplay, as long as you guys are both respectful and don't try to injure one another. Yeah, I'm all about it. It's very primal. This one is a bit more of a paragraph question. I have a couple questions that are lengthy. But this one says, hey, please excuse this weird message, but I was curious. I saw on your profile that you are into studying anthropology. Do you study that at college or just have an interest in it? I just have an interest in it, but I am by no means an expert, they say. I also just have an interest in it. I did not go to college for anthropology or sociology or any sort of human studies, but I do find that I'm able to study humans in my own little way, and adapt and interact by doing what I do. And no, I did not go to college, but I do love, again, human study, anthropology, how the world works, how people work, why we got to where we are today, the reasoning why people have certain preferences and why they might not, what traumas may have led to them having those certain preferences. Yeah, all about it. It's kind of a thing I intend to study until the day I die. This person asks, hey, so I know you hear this all the time, but I'm an up-and-coming content creator, and I was wondering if you had any tips. If you are up-and-coming, like, you're putting your content out there, you're applying your time, you are trying your best networking strategies, my best tips is to don't try to be everything for everyone else and nothing for yourself. Remember to find balance. Being able to diversify where you're networking your brand on is also very important. So using Reddit, using YouTube, using TikTok, using whatever platform safely within the means of their TOS to advertise. The more the merrier. I advocate to just take all the brand names you can. So like say if there's website domains, like I have ivyminx.com. ivyminx.com was a website that I personally created through GoDaddy.com, and that gives me my own domain. But alongside that, I have my Linktree. and that will take you directly to the majority of my compiled links. My website has a few different subcategories, like there's a section for you to add in a Q&A. I have a way to contact me, and I also have just a little cute photo gallery section that you can check out. I recommend diversifying, like I said earlier. Diversify your surroundings. And don't burn out. It's not worth it. Your health is always more important than any job you have. Health is wealth. Another quick question was, how many people come into your DMs trying to get explicit stuff? I'm going to, in parentheses, for free. I don't mind it if you message me on the right websites. But there's a reason why I don't reply to my DMs, and there's a reason why I filmed this video, is so I could reply to my DMs. Typically, if you send me explicit content of your own, without contribution or warning, block, immediate block. I'm sorry. That's just not nice. I don't know you. You don't know me. Sure, I'm a bit ludicrous in my nature, but it doesn't mean that I don't deserve a little bit of respect. The policy is, you gotta, before you know, so. Anyways, it's not as common as you think, but people still definitely do it. It's gotten better over the years as people have adjusted to respecting women more, but every now and again, definitely happens. I have a very low tolerance for demanding. And that's why I don't generally want to read my DMs. Back to square one, that's why we're filming this video. Hi. I love this one. Saw you with Demora Avarice. What's she like? If you don't know who Demora Avarice is, she is one of my good friends and is known for her very large bust. She has the largest non-implant-based augmented breasts in the world, as far as we know. And she is as wholesome as you can imagine. Like, this person, she's down to earth. She's such a sweetheart. We went to Disney together. I love Demora. Nothing negative to say. She's humble as can be. The only thing about her that just stands out, like, ha, look at me, is her boobies. The rest of her is just, like, so down to earth, so kind. And I love the boobies, personally. I've had the pleasure of... So, you know, Demora's great. I think this person actually DM'd, like, everyone he thought may know her to ask this question. And well, I can't say I respect that, but you're trying to get an answer, and here's your answer. She's great. I'm pretty sure that was obvious, though. Everybody knows Demora's great. Next question is, do I make custom videos? Sometimes. You'll have to talk to me elsewhere about that. But yes, sometimes. This one asks, I have a question. How do I sign up for my own profile? Now that depends on what website you're using, but the majority of them will have, like, you just press login and then it'll take you to the sign up features. Sometimes they'll have you do a 2-step verification. I highly recommend it. Some of them, if you're looking to be a model, will have you upload ID forms and fill out 1099. But yeah, they'll send you tax forms for you to fill out and proceed from there. If you're just a general subscriber, they'll most likely ask you just to make your account with their email. Depending on the page, they might also ask for card information. Not all of them do. Some of them don't ask for it until you're ready to actually make a purchase. And the last question, it's also a long question that I have to answer for you today, is, yo, hello, I'm sorry for the random message, but I wanted to ask you for some help. I know you must get asked this so many times, but I wanted a more in-depth version on how you started your career. I am tired of working for a boss 9 to 5 just to never be happy with my job. I would love to be my own boss and learn how I can start a career in the corn industry. If you have any career starting points, I would love to hear some help. Or I'd love to hear some help from you. Thank you. Okay. Well, for starters, be ready to commit. Not just commit for the finances. I mean, if you think this is a get-rich-quick... No get-rich-quick here. Not usually. The only way people typically get rich quick in this industry is if they have a pre-existing following from another platform like Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, etc., and they transition over with that following. Now, if you're starting from ground zero like I did, I had 0 following, nothing. You're going to want to try to find some way to get your brand some attention, but before you do that, you need to actually have a brand. Establish your name. How are you going to protect yourself? Are you willing and comfortable to accept that your family might find out, your friends will find out, everyone could find out? And there's nothing you can really do about it at that point. The doors can't be closed. There are potential career injuries to this. Like, if you have another job, you can lose that job. You can lose potential future jobs. If you have a career you're going to college for, it's potential. I mean, at this current time and age, it's still very discriminated against. So I don't want to be like, yeah, here's all the websites and links and and also it depends. There's so many different types of work. I mean, we have live cams, we have content creation, we have VR creators, we have professional creators, we have more in-person people, we have dancers, we have advocates and other sort of like therapy companies, brands that are processing payments, people that work in more of like an HR or business platform. That exists too. Don't minimize the potential. There's other forms of sex work that are just less sexy. And then it gets even further more niche. We have like the BDSM spectrum in this industry, and then we have the performing spectrum of this industry. And yeah, it really depends on the pathway. And I recommend whatever path you are seeking to do an extensive research on, whether that be following other creators that do it already, or reading novels, reading articles, watching videos and movies. I recommend the Netflix documentary Hot Girls Wanted. They have the original and the new version they released. They're both pretty good. And so on. Making sure you're vetting for your choices based off of what you think you can do best. This is a very mentally draining career. You are trading 9 to 5 for 24 hours a day. So, and it's not promised pay. It's not. That's the catch. I'm very honest about that. I'm fortunate enough to make a stable living off of what I do, but by no means would I say that I am like famous or I'm just kind of here. I'm just kind of doing my own little silly goofy thing on the corner of the internet, and I found a way to make profit off of that because I stuck true to networking strategies and to making sure that I was authentic to my brand. So, as cliche as it sounds, stay true to you and stay driven, and you should be able to achieve whatever you're looking for. Outside of that sums up this little questionnaire. I might do another one in the future. If you want to add to the next conversation, feel free to drop a comment below with a question you have for me to answer. And I will see you guys next time. Take care and have a wonderful week.